Mangwana ni malelepo fukenjani keklas vanave Africa. Welcome to Africa Good Morning, the news and current affairs show bringing you everything you need to know happening on the African continent and beyond. You are joined by Ashwin Bedi on Tuesday, the 15th of October. Now, these are some of the stories we are looking at today. Over 120,000 Gauteng school applicants are unplaced, but MEC urges parents to stay calm. Nigerian Air Force expands fleet with 34 Italian jets and helicopters, and resident inspectors appointed for 2 more banks, and that is in Mozambique in economic news. Follow all our programs on oneup2.com, DSTV 2 at 5 and GoTV 25 in Namibia, as well as Network Media Hub on YouTube. Mike Sichula will be bringing us news stories from Zambia and Rorisang Mogojwe, with news stories from Botswana will also be swinging in. This is Africa Good Morning. Top stories shortly.
Neo Paints has established a 67-year Namibian legacy, creating personalized paint solutions that blend quality and innovation for the Namibian people. We pride ourselves in being a 100% Namibian-owned company, investing in our country and our people by employing and empowering true Namibians. With every brushstroke, Neo Paints commits to our quality guarantee and always delivering a coat of excellence. At Neo Paints, we always stay true to our country. We are as Namibian as you.
All right, let's get straight into our top stories. No grade 1 or grade 8 will be without a classroom in 2025, says Gauteng Education Department member of Executive Council, Matome Shilwane. The provincial department gave an update on the school placements for next year, as well as their readiness to hold the 2024 matric exams. Shilwane was confident the matric exams would go off without a hitch, but had to be frank about the limitations of the department's centralized placement system. The MEC reiterated the criteria for placements, stating that a home address within the feeder zone of the school was paramount. Thereafter, learners with siblings in the school and their previous school were considered. Work address within the feeder zone and then home address within and beyond a 30-kilometer radius were the next considerations. As of 14 October, 199,492 have been placed, leaving 126,366 grade 1 and grade 8 applicants still needing a school for 2025. 46,386 applicants did not accept their offer within 7 days and were thus auto-placed. 10,122 had previously provisionally been accepted and with their offers before being auto-placed after the 7-day window expired. 19,032 applications were deemed incomplete, and they will need to wait until 11 December when the window for late and incomplete application opens. So that is in South Africa. In our next story, we are in Nigeria, as the country's Air Force is acquiring 24 Italian-made M346 attack jets and 10 AW109 Tracker helicopters as part of a fleet renewal strategy, a spokesperson said. Air Force spokesperson Olusola Akinboyewa said in a statement that a team led by Nigeria's chief, the Air Staff Air Marshal Hassan Abubakar, met with executives from Italy's Leonardo SPA, the manufacturer, in Rome, who confirmed the first 3 M346 aircraft were expected to be delivered by early 2025, with subsequent deliveries running until mid-2026. The Tracker helicopters were expected by early 2026, Akinboyewa said. Nigeria has ramped up military spending in recent years as it struggles to contain attacks by armed bandits in the northwest and the 15-year Islamist insurgency against Boko Haram and Islamic State West Africa province. This is in the northeast. The last of our top stories, Senegal's government, led by Prime Minister Ousmane Sonko, unveiled its 25-year development plan, Senegal 2050, yesterday. The plan aims to reduce foreign dependency and debt, focusing on local resources and human capital. Sonko emphasized that past development models have failed and praised Japan's success as a model for African countries. The program seeks to reduce poverty, triple per capita income by 2050, and achieve annual economic growth of 6 to 7%. 10%. It will be structured around 8 development hubs across the country. Sonko also highlighted the poor state of public finances, revealing a higher budget deficit and public debt than previously reported. He accused the previous government of manipulating financial data, a claim they denied. Meanwhile, credit rating agency Moody's downgraded Senegal's rating. Those have been our top stories on Africa. Good morning. As promised, we'll be getting the news from Zambia from Mike Sichula, and right after that, Rorisang Mogojwe from Botswana.
E-Ticket, your online ticket solution for events and event marketing, bringing you ease of mind and making sure that your event gets out there. For more information, contact events@nmh.com.na.
All right, let's get the news stories from Zambia from Mike Sichula. Good morning, Mr. Sichula. Muribanj. It seems like we have connectivity issues with Mike Sichula in Zambia. We do, however, have summaries of his stories today. Let's get straight into it. Livingston has been hit with an influx of mosquitoes, leaving stakeholders concerned that it will affect tourist inflows in the city. And Livingston needs close to 1 million kwacha to holistically combat the mosquitoes that are multiplying rapidly. The Livingston Lodges and Guest Houses Association has urged the Ministry of Health to attend to the mosquitoes in the area. We'll certainly be hoping to get an update on that from Mr. Sichula. In his next story, the construction of the ground receiving station built for $40 million has been completed. The ground receiving station, which is now fully operational in Chibombo district, has already started receiving data from space and is being analyzed by experts. The station is a unit of the National Remote Sensing Center, which is an institution under the Ministry of Technology and Science. Technology and Science Minister Felix Mutati says tests have already been conducted successfully by experts and the facility is now in full operation. The ground receiving station will be crucial in helping policymakers and other experts plan for interventions in the health, agriculture, mining, as well as other sectors. Now, on the third of Mike Sichula's stories, Zambia Development Agency is leading a delegation to a trade mission to the Democratic Republic of Congo, Haut-Katanga province in Lubumbashi, scheduled for 16 to 18 October 2024. The 40 Zambian companies are from various sectors, including agriculture, agro-processing, mining, engineering, chemicals, and pharmaceuticals. The objective of the trade mission is to facilitate the growth of Zambia's non-traditional exports and to secure market access for Zambian products. ZDA Director General Mr. Albert Halwampa said the Congo DR has been Zambia's largest market for non-traditional exports for a long time. And our Zambian news ends in sport. On Friday last week, Chad held Zambia to a goalless draw in Dola. The result left Zambian soccer fans unhappy, with some calling for the dismissal of the Israeli coach Avram Grant. Others blamed the result on players, accusing them of failing to rise to the occasion in the absence of key players like Patson Daka, Lamek Banda, Lubambo Musonda, who are among 9 players injured. Zambia has 4 points from 3 matches, while Chad has 2 points from the same number of matches played. A defeat for Zambia will dent their hopes for qualifying to the 2025 AFCON next year. We'll also be talking more about the AFCON results from yesterday a little later in the show in sports. But for now, we're going to take a quick break before we swing back with Rorisang Mogojwe, bring us the news stories from Gaborone, Botswana.
Neo Paints has established a 67-year Namibian legacy, creating personalized paint solutions that blend quality and innovation for the Namibian people. We pride ourselves in being a 100% Namibian-owned company, investing in our country and our people by employing and empowering true Namibians. With every brushstroke, Neo Paints commits to our quality guarantee and always delivering a coat of excellence. At Neo Paints, we always stay true to our country. We are as Namibian as you.
All right, it's time for us to get the news stories from Botswana, from Rorisang Mogojwe. Rorisang, dumelang.
Dumelang, Ashrin. Good morning, Africa.
Welcome to Africa. Good morning. It's always good to have you here. Now, the current political crisis in Bangladesh has given a bit of hope for the family of Lesedi Molapisi, a Botswana woman who has been sentenced to death for trafficking illicit drugs in that country. Do tell us more.
Yes, Lesedi Molapisi is a Botswana woman who was arrested in Bangladesh back in 2022 due to trafficking of drugs. She was possessing about 3.14 kilograms of heroin when she got caught in Bangladesh, and she's been arrested since then. Now, currently, there is a political crisis happening in Bangladesh where we've seen anti-government protests going on, and these protests have been led to the toppling and also the toppling of the current government, and also the prime minister has since led the country. Now, this new government is expected or is being hoped to, bring in a new hope for the Lesedi Molapisi's family, because they seem to be more pro human rights, and therefore, because of that, there are reports that some of the inmates that have been arrested, especially the foreign international, who might actually be released from prison. Now, Lesedi's father is actually hopeful about that. When we spoke to him, he did say that they are pinning their hopes on an appeal for their daughter, even though they don't have a date quite as yet. However, they're very hopeful. And the government of Botswana has also pledged its support. I mean, the president of the did pledge financial support to finance the appeal, but so far she is still in prison. But we are told that she's still in good hopes. The family is very hopeful for her release very soon.
All right, we'll certainly be waiting for an update on that particular story, Rorisang. Now, Elon Musk's satellite internet company Starlink has officially entered the Botswana market, marking a significant development in the current country's telecommunications landscape. We understand he just made landing in Zimbabwe about just over a month ago. He's in Botswana now. Tell us more.
Yes, he is in Botswana. Botswana is one of the 6 countries in Africa that Starlink is now operating in. 6 countries, including Zimbabwe, like you said, as well as Zambia, Eswatini, Malawi, Mozambique, and Madagascar. Now, Starlink has started operating about a month ago, and we do know that Starlink boasts, some of the world's fastest internet speed, and therefore, people are hopeful. Even critics are saying, yes, this might be a game changer. It's hailed as a game changer because of the internet speed. However, there are concerns that the subscription cost could be too high for the local or for anybody, the regular Botswana, to be able to afford. Already, internet in Botswana is quite expensive, and now they're saying, well, with this new Starlink, even though it boasts high internet speeds, will it be affordable to the local person living here? But otherwise, critics are very hopeful. They are welcoming it, and they're saying it's a game changer. It happened as a result of the president having been to the US and having spoken to some executives in Texas. And they were saying, listen, the president was saying, you need to fast track this so that the regulator can bring it and that it can be used in the country.
All right. All right. That's going to be very interesting to see as it unfolds because, once it brings that kind of competition, everybody tends to pull their socks up in the industry. Now, American comedian and TV host Steve Harvey has dismissed claims that he is profiting from Botswana through his involvement in Family Feud Botswana. Oh, so he's doing it for free?
Well, he's not doing it for free. Nothing is for free, honestly speaking. And that's what some of the people here in Botswana are saying because of the fact that he was given millions by the government. He was directly appointed by the president himself to uplift the film and TV industry in the country because it is considered at infancy stage. So the president is very, very what's the word? He's very he loves the TV and film industry in the country, and he really wants to build the film industry, and therefore he brought in the American TV star being Steve Harvey. His name is actually Mutusi, which literally translates to helper. They gave him the country gave him a name. So now anyway, with Family Feud Botswana, because it was financed directly by the government, the people are saying, listen, this could have been done by a local. Why is the government then spending so much money on an international figure when we have talent in the country to do a project like this? So Steve Harvey was saying, no, listen, it's not about the money for me, it's about the passion, about the plan if you want to uplift the country's film and TV industry. So he's basically just pushing those reports saying that he's only after the money. But of course, the money is involved. He can't do all of this for free. So yes, Family Feud Botswana is in production. About 12 episodes have been filmed so far. So we are waiting to see what's going to come out of it.
Be waiting on you to let us know how that one fully develops. Thank you very much, Rorisang Mogojwe, for bringing us the news stories from Botswana.
Thank you very much, and Africa, good morning.
Africa, good morning indeed. Let's swing over to the weather predictions. In economic news, the Bank of Mozambique appointed resident inspectors for the bank's BCI and Standard Bank to ensure their monitoring, thus making the three largest financial institutions in the country subject to this type of inspection. The Bank of Mozambique reaffirms that despite this supervisory action, Banco Comercial e de Investimentos SA and Standard Bank SA remain solid and stable. The central bank statement emphasizes. In the same communique, the central bank states that the decision is part of the need to guarantee continuous, objective and impartial monitoring of the activities of credit institutions and financial companies, preserving the interests of customers and ensuring the stability of the financial system. Let's swing over to the economic indicators just before sport. The Confederation of African Football is currently addressing a concerning situation involving the Nigerian national football team known as the Super Eagles. Reports indicate that the team and their technical staff were stranded under troubling conditions for several hours at an airport in Libya, allegedly as a result of instructions from Libyan authorities to land there. In response to this incident, CAF has reached out to both Libyan and Nigerian officials to gather more information. The matter has been referred to the CAF Disciplinary Board for a thorough investigation. Appropriate actions will be taken against any parties found to have violated CAF's statutes and regulations. Here is Nigeria's captain William Ekong after the team landed safely back in Nigeria.
Just got back to Nigeria with the team. I just want to say a big thank you to all the support that we've been getting. Out of energy. It's been a long 24 hours. We've tried to do our best to keep our spirits high. This will be the last thing I'm going to say about it. Football is all about respect, and that starts by respecting ourselves. We took a stand. I'm proud of the team's decision, and we'll be waiting to see what will be the follow-up from here, whatever the consequences are. We will be ready to continue our journey to AFCON 2025 in November. So until then, thanks everyone for the support, and we really appreciate it.
Now, five-time winners Cameroon and 2019 champions Algeria both booked their places at next year's Africa Cup of Nations. Let's have a look at the other results from match day 14. It was Kenya 0, Cameroon 1, Gambia beating Madagascar 1-0, Liberia losing 1-2 to Equatorial Guinea, and Togo losing 1-0 to Algeria. Zimbabwe got the best of Namibia in a 3-1 victory for the country. Eswatini lost 3-0 to Mozambique. With regards to Namibia, that means the country is out of AFCON qualification, and Zimbabwe still needs a point in order to book their spot. In cricket, New Zealand booked their place in the semi-finals of the Women's T20 World Cup with a comprehensive 54-run win over Pakistan in Dubai. Pakistan needed to chase their target of 111 within 10.4 overs to keep themselves in knockout contention via net run rate, but paid the price for their aggressive intent by slumping to 56 all out in 11.4 overs. Those have been our sports stories. Let's swing over to say goodbye. These are the highlights from the broadcasts on Africa Good Morning. Over 120,000 Gauteng school applicants are unplaced, but MEC urges parents to stay calm. Nigerian Air Force expands fleet with 34 Italian jets and helicopters. And resident inspectors appointed for 2 more banks in Mozambique. DSTV 2 at 5, GoTV 25, 1up2.com, and Network Media Hub on YouTube is precisely where you can find us. From me, Ashwin Berry, and the Africa Good Morning team, Swera Jaganaka.